Hello guys, Dell 304 here, and today, as you can see, we have a giant box on the Dell 304 unboxing bed. So, what's in there? Well, there's a Dell OptiPlex GX620 mid-tower computer in there. And this is going to be the unboxing and the setup video. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get cracking into this thing. Yeah, this box is huge. 33 pounds, this thing is. And, also, this thing got here really fast. I cannot stress that enough. It got here very quickly. I ordered it Monday. It's Thursday. It's already here. So that's pretty awesome. 3-day shipping. That's pretty sweet. So let me just go ahead and cut the tape across the top. Such a big box, but you know, it's a large computer. I wasn't gonna go for that, you know, small form factor stuff anymore. So. And oh boy, packing penis. That's an inside joke for my regular viewers. In my, I think it was my D600 unboxing, when I said packing peanuts, it sounded like I said packing penis or something. And yeah, that's been like a long-going joke for a while now. Not that anyone should really care about that, but damn, look at all those peanuts. Oh boy. Okay, let me see if you guys can see that. Yes, you can. Goody, goody. So now I'm going to attempt to empty the contents of this box without getting stuff everywhere. Very well packaged, though. I like that. I mean, nice and protected. And oh boy, I'm going to have a lot of stuff to clean up. If I can pull it out. Oh boy, it's heavy. So I can get down further. Oh boy. Oh boy, there goes the peanuts. Everywhere. Yep, everywhere. Alrighty, it has a video card with a dual-link DVI port in it. Pretty sweet. Although, the bad part about that is I don't have a DVI-capable monitor, except for my Asus, but I use that with my main computer, obviously, so I'm kind of screwed. Can't use the video card without an adapter. So what I have to do, alright, let's see if there's anything else in it, real quick. Nope, just the computer. Alright, get rid of that box. But, like I was saying, I have to get an adapter, but in the meantime, I have to remove the card from the system, I think, to be able to use the onboard video. I'll try it. But that's pretty cool. I think this thing, now originally, like with the service tag information, this computer shipped with a ATI Radeon X600, but that is probably not what's in there. To be honest, I think that is incorrect. I think the video card was replaced. But holy crap, this thing's dirty. Okay, so I was wondering, okay, there's a small dent in the side panel. Holy crap, this thing is dirty. Yeah, really dirty. Ugh. Gonna spend a while cleaning this thing, I already know. But, okay, my bed is filthy with, lint now, but there's the computer. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can't. Sorry, guys. The video was out of shot this entire time. Yeah. There it is. We have a Pentium 4 HT, 2.8 gigahertz. It's got 1 gigabyte of RAM and an 80 gig hard drive. So, but we're not going to keep it like that. We're going to put a Pentium D 915, hopefully. I tried the 915 with my other GX620, but no dice. Didn't work. So I'm going to try it in this thing, since this thing is a full 2 years newer. This thing was shipped January 22nd, 2007, according to the service tag information. So, just turned 6 years old last month. So, yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera. I'm going to go ahead and stick the computer on the floor. Actually, no. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to completely clean this thing. And then when I come back, we'll take a look inside, and then we'll start it up. So, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and have a look at this thing. I done, yeah, I'm not redneck, but I cleaned it up. A little bit. Well, as good as I could anyway. I don't have very good lighting. Lucas, I know my computer smells like lemons now because I used, you know, all-purpose cleaner. Let me see if I can try to move it into the light because I know my room does not have very good lighting. There, I think that's a little better. But, yeah, I tried to clean it up the best I could. As you can see, you know, OptiPlex GX620. I cleaned in the little cracks and crevices. You know, the front panel. I tried to get in the vents as good as I could. And, you know, just try to make this thing look as good as possible. The only problem was that on this side panel there is a, here, let me see if I can get it in the light. There's a big scratch right there, and it's dented in a little bit. Not very much, I mean, you can't really notice it, but there's this big scratch right here, and I don't know what that is, and I don't know how to get it off. I might try to scrape it off someday, but right now it's not that important, so I didn't really worry about it. I think this thing is used in the school or the, you know, rough business, you know, environment or something, because it's beat to shit on the outside. I mean, like, that scratch just tells it all. I mean, you know, it's scratched up here. I mean, it's probably been near, you know, students or something, because as far as I know, adult, you know, workers don't treat their computers with such disrespect. But it's mine now, so she's gonna stay with me. Anyway, yeah, there are the stickers. You have Pentium 4 HT. It's the new sticker, because this computer was made like 8 days before Windows Vista came out, and that was actually supposed to be explained for that sticker. It's got a designed for XP Vista capable sticker. So yeah, this thing was shipped out from Dell, you know, facilities or whatever, 8 days before Windows Vista came out. Lucas, what are you doing? Let's go ahead and have a look inside this thing. Actually, already got the side panel off. That's kind of a two-handed operation. But inside this thing we have our 2.8 gigahertz Pentium 4. I believe it's a 521 or something similar to that, because I have the same processor. So, that's kind of weird. Oh, it's just a shadow. Never mind. Yeah, this thing was kind of dusty inside, but I, you know, blew it out with, you know, compressed air. So, hopefully, it's not very dusty. But, yeah, we have our 300 watt power supply, Dell, right there. Got our, you know, basic area of cables. This is the longest SATA cable I've ever seen in my life. It reaches from here all the way up there, goes all the way back there, routes all the way over there to the SATA port, right there. I don't have a SATA cable that long, and I want to put a second hard drive in here, so I'm just gonna have to attach it here and then drape it below like one of, you know, just like a stupid person, because I don't have that long of a SATA cable. But that's okay. You don't really see the inside of this thing very often. But yeah, it's got an 80 gig hard drive right there. Before I mess with anything, let's go ahead and plug it in and turn it on. Okie dokers. As far as I know, this thing is running Windows XP Professional. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I wonder if this thing is going to be smart enough to be able to know what monitor is plugged into which, you know, video source, because I can't use DVI with this monitor. Stop messaging me on Facebook, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this monitor does not have a DVI input, so I have to use VGA. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? This is really annoying. There we go, problem solved. Yeah, so I have to get an adapter because I want to use that video card, but it's because I am positive that it's better than the integrated. So let's go ahead and turn this thing on, shall we? Det boot up sequence. Alright, Dell. Okay, it's got the newest A11 BIOS, so that's good. System halted. Unsupported video configuration. Oh. Okay, so I have to remove the card, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Yep, that's what I figured. Makes perfect sense. Just like, nope. You ain't use no integrated when you have a better video card. You should know better. Well, guess what? I don't have a freaking DVI adapter, so let me go ahead and remove that video card for now. I will buy an adapter very soon. That's better. Took the old card out. Let's see how long it takes to boot this thing. Windows XP. Yep. I just expected that. Let me go get my chair. So I moved it out of the way for, you know, reasons unknown. And of course, the graphics drivers aren't installed because it's probably never used the integrated video before, but whatever. I'm going to install Windows 7, so it really doesn't matter anyway. While this thing's booting up, it only has a gig of RAM. This is what I'll be putting in it. An Intel Pentium D 915. Pretty sweet. Then I have 3 gigabytes of RAM. So what I'm going to do, since that has two 512 sticks, I'm going to use just these, just so I can stay constant with the speeds, or the dual channelness. Because if I mix and match these, if I mix and match these memory modules, it's not going to be running in dual channel, and that's not going to be cool. My mouse isn't working. Is my keyboard working? Yep, my keyboard works. My mouse does not, though. What the heck? Come on. Come on, please. Well, this sucks. I don't know. It's really hard to navigate through Windows without a freaking mouse. Computer. I can't do this without a mouse. What the hell? Let me try to fix it. Okay, I don't know what that was about. I guess I just had to install new hardware. But, yeah. Got a nice Dell USB mouse, along with the Dell USB keyboard. So, we are running at the world's crappiest resolution, but it doesn't matter since I'm reformatting this thing. Let's go ahead and fix that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, we have to wait. Of course, this monitor doesn't support 1600 by 1200 resolutions. It only supports up to 1440 by 900. So we have to wait for it to come back. There we go. And let's try 768. That's better for now. It's still terrible, but good enough for now. Alright. Let's go ahead and look at the specs one more time. We have Home Edition. Oh. No. Intel Pentium 4, 2.8 gigahertz, 2 gig. 2? Get what? That's what I thought. Oh, okay. I'm totally set now. This thing will have 4 gigs of RAM. According to the service pack information, service tag information on the Dell website, because I checked everything, it did ship with 2 gigs of RAM, but the listing only said it had 1 gig of RAM. So, you know, okay. This system's entirely original then. And that means I don't need to use this stick, and I can just use these two and get 4 gigs of RAM in dual channel, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, I think that is all I can do for now, because I have to install Windows 7. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and check the Dell website, and let me make sure that it has the latest BIOS, because it said it had A11, which I think is the latest one, but I want to check just because before I upgrade the processor, I want to make sure I have the latest BIOS, just because that, you know, makes sense. Oh, drivers and downloads, there we go. BIOS. A11, yeah, A11 is the newest system BIOS for the computer, so. Okay, let's go ahead and install that new processor and the RAM, and we'll reboot this thing into XP and see how much faster it is. I'm not going to be keeping XP on here. It's going to have a Pentium D. Hopefully that thing works, or else I have to use my Pentium D 820, which runs hotter, according to people. So yeah, we'll go ahead and see how that works right now, if I can stop my camera. Alrighty, I laid the computer on its side just because it's a little less awkward that way. I also pulled the heatsink off camera just because it's a little less awkward. This thing is dirty. I need to go outside and clean it again. But there's stock thermal paste, which is way too much, obviously. But there is the processor. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. But before I do that, let's go ahead and get the RAM in there. So what I'm going to do, if this thing, you know, detects the Pentium and everything else works, after I install Windows 7, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that second 40 gig hard drive, just because I have it laying around and it could be used in here, just because you know, I have it laying around and I want to put it in here. I don't necessarily need, you know, that much disk space, but I'm having problems getting this RAM in. Hold on. Failing at putting in a RAM stick. I'll be right back. Look what we have here. Just as I suspected. An Intel Pentium 4 521. I already have one of these. I took the same processor out of the GX620 I bought before. So I have like 3 Pentium 4s up there now. Add this one to the pile. Sorry, there's clothes everywhere. I'm just, you know, just deal with it. Yeah, here's the heatsink. It was pretty dirty. I cleaned it up most of the way. Old thermal paste that I still need to take off, which I'm going to do very shortly. Yeah, LJ775 socket, and I got those 4 memory chips in there. So we now have 4 gigabytes of RAM in this computer, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop the new Pentium D 915 in there. And hopefully it works, because I don't want to, you know, waste thermal paste. But, you know, I have enough that it won't really matter if it doesn't work. But hopefully it does work, because I really get a lot of, you know, a lot more performance out of the Pentium D chip rather than that old Pentium 4. If it doesn't work, I'll put my 820 in there, but it's nowhere near as good as the 915, because it has twice the cache, and I think that's it. I think it's the same speed and everything. Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's also a 65 nanometer versus a 90 nanometer. It's a Pressler CPU versus a Smithfield. So it's a newer processor. It's got twice the cache. It has 4 megabytes of L2. Yeah, I think L2 cache. And yeah, it would be cool if I could use it. So I've seen people use up to 960s in these OptiPlexes with the BIOS update. So the BIOS is all updated. It's ready to go, so it should work. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clean the heatsink off, put it back on there. I'll put the second hard drive in there too, just because, actually, yeah, I'll put it in there because I don't really want to open this thing up 30,000 times. So yeah, I'll be right back. You know, I guess this SATA cable looked longer than it actually is. I was able to successfully pull that one all the way over there and not, you know, drape it down here like I would have to. Yeah, and there's also room for 2 more SATA devices, but I don't understand, you know. Actually, yeah, I do, because you could hook up a SATA DVD drive to this thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so, you know, I think it's ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put the side panel on. We'll go ahead and turn it on and see if the darn thing boots. Let's see. It boots. F2. F2. Entering setup. It worked. Awesome. We have a Pentium D 945 now. I mean 915, sorry. Very, very cool. Okay, so the BIOS is right about in line with the computer. The computer is made January of 07, so November 30th, that's not too old. So, very cool. Processor info. We have a Pentium D, 2.8 gigahertz. We have 4 megabytes of L2 cache, 800 megahertz bus speed. We have 4 gigabytes, 533. What? That's weird. Whatever. It's dual channel and interleaved RAM. 533, whatever. I'll just keep it like that. Date and time, February 28th, is not 10:30 p.m. Let's fix that. It is 6:30. 6:30. 4. Okay, there we go. There. Boot sequence. Let's fix this. Yeah, there we go. Let's move that to the thing. SATA hard drive, let's move that to second, and that'll be it. Cool. Let's see the drives. We have a 80 gig. Not detecting the hard drive. Oh, wait. No, it's not detecting the new hard drive. That's weird. Well, I don't really need that drive, to be honest, so I might just take it out. I have 8 megs of system memory. Holy shit, that's terrible. I think it uses more than that though, because speed step. No, we don't want that. Limit CPU ID value. No. HDD acoustic mode. Oh. Okay. Well, it works. Let's go ahead and escape. Save and exit. Here we go. Pentium D. That's what I like to see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into XP. Oh, and I'm going to hook up my wireless adapter because it's useless without internet. I have that spare Netgear one I'll use. So we now have a dual core with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 4 megs of L2 cache. So yeah, that was definitely a bit faster. Can't really notice the difference with XP. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it up to the internet, install CPU ID or something that can read temperatures. And yeah. So Pentium D 2.8 gigahertz. I mean 3.5 gigs of RAM. I know why, because I'm using the internal video. It's using 512 megs just for the video alone. And yeah, I think that's whatchamacallit, tied in with the system. So I'm not sure why it's not detecting that second hard drive, but whatever, I'll just pull it out. I'll actually do that right now, and I'll be back when I've started installing. No, we're not going to do any of that yet. I'm not going to install Windows 7 yet. I'm going to take that hard drive out, you know, download CPU ID or Specky or something, and check the temps and make sure it's running okay. I'm going to make sure everything's alright before I swap that sticker down there. Just so I know that the temps are okay. So I'm going to let this thing run for a little while too. So I'll be back. Okay, you know what? I'm dumb. This is Windows XP. Windows XP is 32-bit. That's why it's not recognizing more than 3.5 gigs of RAM. Derp. Oh yeah, so I'm downloading Hardware Monitor. So I'm going to put that on there. Tried Specky. Didn't detect any sensors. So I'll try Hardware Monitor. And if it still doesn't detect any sensors, it sucks. Still no sensors. What the heck, man? There's no CPU sensor. What the freak? Tried 2 programs. Okay, I guess I'm done. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, you know, just go by, you know, guessing. I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna feel the heatsink after a little while, and if it's getting too hot, then I'll know something's wrong. I don't think it's going to get too hot because there's a big 120 or 140 millimeter fan in the front. There's a giant heatsink on that thing, so if it doesn't stay cool, then yeah. Anyway. Alright, there's no temperature sensors in this thing. I don't know what's going on. There's no way to check the temperatures for the CPU. I felt it in there and it was warm, but not like super hot. But then again, it was only running for like 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and install Windows 7, shall we? Let me go into the BIOS setup just so it doesn't boot into XP. Just give me a minute. Okay. Alright, let me put my Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit since I don't have a professional disk. Have to be good enough. Alrighty, let's escape. Forced network boot. What? Okay, let me go ahead and control alt delete this thing just so I can get a fresh boot. Go F12. Yeah, it's beeping. Okay. Onboard or USB CD ROM drive. Come on. Do it. Here we go. Alright. Okay, so far it's working well. I'm going to install Windows. That'll take like 25-30 minutes. After that, it should be up to its normal temperature. So I'll open the side panel and feel the heatsink, and if I burn myself, then I know it's running too hot. If it's just warm, then I'm not going to worry about it, but we'll see. We'll see how warm the damn thing gets. So, yeah. Nothing more I can say right now. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're installing Windows 7. We're on our way there. Expanding Windows files. So yeah. Will you focus? Thank you. Yeah, so after Windows is installed, since it'll be a good 25-30 minutes since this thing was powered off, I'm going to open it up and feel the heatsink, and if I burn myself, like I said, it's running too hot, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but where I felt it in there, it's not that hot. You know what? I'll do it on video. Why the hell not? It's been running for about 20 minutes now, so I think it's getting... That's what happens when you do it with one hand. So, let's go ahead and feel the heatsink. I can't get the camera back here, but not too bad. Not very warm. I can also feel the air flowing through the heatsink, and you know, it's not running that not that hot. So cool. I think we'll be all right. At this point, I'm going to install the. God damn it! Install the. Okay, I can't do this. I'm going to install the Pentium D sticker on the front right now. So I'll get the side panel on, and we'll be back in business. So be right back. There we go. Now it's authentic. Nice. Also, on my thing that I use to keep my stickers on, my spare ones, I noticed that after you peel the sticker up off of this thing, there's a sticky red residue on the back, and that's actually from this plastic. So it's kind of weird. I was wondering all this time why there's red stuff all over every sticker that I have, and it turns out it was because of that. Actually, I have a second Pentium D sticker. I don't know why I bought another one. There's the Pentium 4 HT sticker. I'll just keep that around. I thought I had one of those before too. Like I took the stickers off the front of my old GX620, which by the way is completely destroyed. I know you can't see jack crap in here, but yeah, it's completely destroyed. But the new one is working just fine. And like you saw in the video, I felt the heat sink and it wasn't that hot at all. I mean, it was warm, but like not like scorching hot where I couldn't, you know, touch it anymore. So I think I'll be alright. I'm going to still keep track of it for the next week or so, just to make sure that it's, you know, not running like hotter than the sun, because we all know computers do not like heat. Heat kills. Yeah, we are at 45%, so this should take another 20 minutes or so. And also, I got the hard drive out. So, yeah. My desk is now a mess again, but here's the old video card while I'm at it. This is an ATI Radeon X600. It's got a dual link DVI and an S-Video on the back, so it's not bad. I wish it had a VGA, but yeah. This is a 128 megabyte video card, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, so hopefully in Windows 7, since it can address all the RAM and it's set up to, you know, work correctly, hopefully it'll still run Aero and everything just like my last one. I think it will, because it's the same model and everything. But very soon I'm either just going to buy a new video card or buy an adapter for that one. So I'll probably just buy a new video card. I want to get like a 6450 for this thing because I saw one on Newegg for like 40 bucks, so I figured why not. Anyway, I will update you guys again when when Windows 7 is installed, which could take a little while. But yeah, now it's a Pentium D, 4 gigs of RAM, and yeah, it's running smooth, so pretty cool. Update you guys later. Okay guys, she is all set up. The Dell OptiPlex GX620 is ready to go. Got Windows 7 installed right here. Installed all the drivers except the audio, which I got working, as you can see. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. Windows 7 installed great, and I felt the heatsink again, and I felt it all the way down at the bottom where the processor is closest to, and it wasn't, you know, it was warm, but it wasn't that hot, you know what I mean? So I think the temps would be okay. I think it's running about 40 Celsius or somewhere around there right now, so should be okay. So I'm gonna keep Pentium D in there, and yeah, like I said, I'll keep monitoring it, but I'm not gonna bore you with program installs and stuff, but you know, yeah, that is the computer, and I'm very glad that I got this today, and I'm gonna be setting it up for the next couple hours, but I won't, you know, bother recording any of that. So yeah, cool deal. I love Chrome's sign-in feature. That is cool. You just sign in and bam, all your bookmarks and history and everything is there. That is just amazing. Alrighty, right. Okay, cool. Anyway guys, that is about it. I'm not gonna continue this video anymore. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, expect more videos like this in the future. So that was just the unboxing and quick setup of my Dell OptiPlex GX620. Not bad for integrated audio and $30 Logitech speakers. Nice.